If this ever happens to you, that you get close to one of these, be very, very careful, because at that moment in time, the electromagnetic field in that plasma ball is so intense, it will tend to put your conscious mind into neutral, and your subconscious takes over. And the subconscious is the thing we normally seem to try to suppress, because it's very wild, it has a mind of its own, it does things that we don't really like doing in the conscious state. And also the subconscious mind has tremendous power to create semi-physical objects when it's turned loose, or even totally physical objects. And so if you get in close relationship with a plasma ball, and your conscious mind tends to be put into neutral because of the electromagnetic charge, what will happen is the subconscious will tend to interact with the plasma ball and often will create what appears to be a semi-human humanoid. And because the subconscious mind isn't able to handle fine detail very well, the humanoid figure will often only maybe have no fingers, or maybe just 2 or 3 fingers, sometimes no feet. Invariably, again, because it can't handle things like buttons, it will have the figure appear in a one-piece jumpsuit. So again, this has nothing to do with extraterrestrials. It's a perfectly natural phenomenon. But you have to be very careful, because you've now given an intelligence to that plasma ball. And the plasma ball then sometimes, in conjunction with the subconscious mind, will tend to make you do very dangerous things. And this has happened on numerous occasions with people. So be very careful of these in an earthquake. They often happen. And in fact, lots of people see light in various forms during an earthquake, and it's the ionized air coming up, often in various colors. Granite, you see, is composed of very, very tiny quartz crystals. When you crush a quartz crystal, it gives off a very high voltage momentarily. When you have movement along the seismic fault line, all these crystals get crushed, and you'll have about 100,000 volts of electricity generated in that fault line. That causes an ionization of the air, which then rises to the surface. And if there's any humidity in the air as well, what you will see is a large glowing ball of light, which is plasma. And the reason you can see it then is because it has the water vapor around it. And the water vapor in daylight will refract light in such a manner that the ball appears to be metallic, usually aluminum or gold in color. And so many people confuse this with a UFO. If there's no high humidity in the environment at the time, you won't see the glowing ball in daylight, but it will show up on a film. Now, when that ball is generated, and it can be anything from the size maybe of a baseball up to 100 feet in diameter. Quite often it's orange in color, and often it will have colored lights moving around it. This is a totally natural phenomenon. No consciousness as such, as we perceive it, is involved. And what it will do is start moving around because it's attracted to other localized electromagnetic fields, and then suddenly it will take off at very, very high speed towards the horizon. And the reason for that is attracted either to a microwave relay tower, or it's attracted to a water tower, because water has a very, very, very high attraction for etheric energy, and so it's attracted towards the etheric energy in the water. And so don't let that kind of phenomenon confuse you. Now, and incidentally, sometimes this is not in the shape of a sphere. Sometimes it's in the shape of a cigar. And it can be actually anything up to about ½ a mile long, and we call that a gorgon. And again, it will snake around, and it'll look like the UFO.